So, Jazmin Sawyers, Commonwealth silver medalist, how does that sound?
Doesn't get old. I don't think I'm going to get bored of that. I'm chuffed to bits.
And obviously back in Stoke today, how long are you back for?
I'm only back for a couple of nights, then I've got to get back to Bristol. I've got my job to get back to and I've got to get back to training.
And is that the next thing to get back training, and what's next for Jazmin Sawyers?
My season is largely over. I'm hoping to compete in Europe a couple of times at some smaller meets, but I don't have any more championships to do. This was the big thing for me. The goal for the season was to reach the Commonwealth Games. So I could write this season off now and say, well, I've had a good one.
And the Commonwealth experience as a whole, was it like you thought, away from competing to start with?
It was better than I thought. Before I'd even competed, I'd said to myself, you've had a great time. You know, whatever happens now, you've had a really great time here. The village experience, the warmth of the city towards us was something that I didn't expect on such a scale. So, you know, the experience as a whole, 100%.
And the actual competition as a whole, can you remember it? Have you run it through in your mind lots of times? What's your experience of remembering the actual competition? I
remember a lot of the end. At the start, I don't remember that much because I was very relaxed. I was very much I wasn't watching what was going on with all the other girls. I was just sort of sat taking it all in. I spent a lot of time looking around the stadium, looking at all the flags and trying to spot people. I shouldn't be doing that, but I was trying to spot people. I was like, oh, I wonder if I know him. One of my lecturers from uni was in there waving like mad, and you know, that's what I was doing. I was looking around trying to find people.
And going into obviously your third jump, you know you're in a 7th or 8th place, needing to get into the top 8 for another 3 jumps. How did you approach that jump differently?
Well, before I got onto the runway, I didn't even realise I was in 8th. I stood on the runway about to take my run, the clock had started, and I could see in the screen at the top that they had the rankings on and I was 8th, and I thought, blimey, you better do something about that, someone could come past you. So I just gave it a little bit extra in that jump, just to secure my spot in the top 8 and get another 3 jumps.
And that final jump, obviously, you've started, you know you're guaranteed a medal. Was it just give it everything and see if you could improve on your bronze position that you were in at the time?
Yeah, by that point I knew I was going to be happy with whatever came out of it because I got a medal. You know, I come to the Commonwealth, I was stood on the runway going, you come to the Commonwealth Games and you got a medal. Wait, calm down, you could upgrade it. So it was, right, give it everything. You've got nothing to lose here. So let's see if you've got anything to gain.
And you've landed that final jump, what's the feeling then?
As soon as I got out of the stand I thought, you know what, I've given it everything. I don't know what it's going to be, it could be better, it could be nothing, but whatever happens, happens. You know, there's nothing else I could have done.
And you've got your medal, you stood there, and you've got the crowd watching you. How did that feel?
That was sort of overwhelming, you know, I got quite emotional and I was still in disbelief on the podium. There's a picture that I've seen going around quite a lot that I'm looking like I just can't believe it. And that's how it felt, standing on the podium there with all the people cheering for me. I couldn't, it was an unbelievable feeling.
And you've walked off and you've come back to your phone and you've got messages galore, I expect?
My phone was absolute madness. The messages on the home screen, it was endless scrolling for it. I go onto Facebook and I've got about 230 friend requests, I've got 80 odd messages and over 100 notifications. Twitter, I couldn't even scroll back far enough to read the messages from earlier that day. There were so many they wouldn't let me see them. So I couldn't reply to everybody because I just had to send out tweets saying thank you because there were so many messages.
And have you watched it back?
I watched it back for the first time last night and it was like watching somebody else. You know, I watched it and I guess, was that me? Sort of, did I do that? I still can't believe it. I don't know when it's going to sink in.
And Staffordshire as a whole been quite a successful games for all the athletes.
You know, it's been great. It shows that we've got the talent here and we've got, you know, we've got enough people that we can really be successful. I was chuffed to bits for the other athletics guys, Steve and Ashley. You know, we've all come away with medals. To go to 3 athletes from Stoke that have come through Stoke AC and come away with medals, it's incredible.
And I believe it started all back at Stoke-on-Trent Gymnastics Club. What are your memories of that?
That was all great. I used to love gymnastics. I started out there when I was 3. And you'll find a lot of athletes, actually, pole vaulters especially, start in gymnastics because it gives you a really solid base for all other sports. So, you know, I'm very grateful to them for the start they gave me in sport.